Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a different one. So today I'm building this. This is a somewhat of a large box here, so doesn't really fit in frame, which is probably going to be a problem I'm going to have to solve for later streams, because I had to figure out how to deal with giant boxes. It's in this way. Okay, this is the high grade plastic model, Martian Successor Nadesico, and 148. It's 0G battle unit, not OG battle unit, but looks like an O. And this is like for Subaru, Yoko Custom, Amano, Hikaru Custom, Maki Izumi Custom. So basically, these are the. This is a kit from Bandai for a show that aired in the 90s, between 1990 something, like 92, 97, I think, 95, 97. And yeah, it's actually the kit was made and probably reprinted in 2008, because these are very, very old designs. Like, this is like ancient type high grade kit. So yeah, I do have like weird kits like that sometimes. I don't remember where I bought this. I don't know if it's with HLJ or something else, but I have these, and I built one of those before, and they are very simple. They look way better on the box than they do. Well, actually, they don't. If you look closely at the that's what's on the box, you can see the very much painted kind of roughly here. Yeah, it's kind of. This is like old school, very old school type model kits I'm doing here. And this 3-in-1, so it's like 3 small models, 148 scale stuff in one box. They basically have the lineup looks like. Hold on, I need to figure out the focus situation here. Yeah, but yeah, this might be better. That's a bit better. Yeah, so I built like the number 2 one long time ago. I actually have number 3 and number 4, and also have Black Serena, which is a kit from Kotobukiya based on the movie that followed the show. It was like 26 episodes. Kinda. Yeah, it's kind of like. Hold up. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very old show from the 90s. Not that old. Not like ancient, like from the 1970s or anything. But it's old. And yeah, this is a kit for those 3 units there. So basically, it's a show about, if I recall, they have a ship. It's a new ship, prototype ship, kind of like white base, I guess, in a sense. And they just get tossed into space with a ragtag crew and some people who are not supposed to be there, I guess. And they have these things called Aestivalis. Aestivalis. It's a completely new type of weapon developed by Naga Heavy Industries. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So you have like some very bare bones stuff on here. I don't think like it wasn't. I don't know if it was successful, but it does have some kind of a cult status. I mean, it's known. Like it's one of those like classic shows that signify an era, I guess, of a certain type of shows. Yeah, it was 26 episodes. It was kind of filler-ish type plot sometimes. Most of it wasn't really a plot. It was like just like actually, I don't even remember if that was a plot. It was just a thing. Yeah. So anyway, I'll probably talk more about the show while I'm building. I'm just gonna open this box now. It's a huge box, kind of big, kind of large, kind of flat. Not very thick, but still kind of large. So I'm gonna have like eventually have this kind of problem where I can't fit those large boxes in frame. And I don't know how I'll do the unboxing and all that. Anywho, let's try opening this. I haven't never opened this before, so I don't know what's inside. I'm gonna find out. So opening the box. Alright. You just have runners. Plenty of runners. So yeah, it's like 3 kits in one. So they basically took instead of like having several small boxes. Oh, what is this? Oh, you have a booster kind of thing, I guess. That's nice. You get a poster in the box. So you have your male protagonist guy, obviously, and the rest are female. Interesting. Well, it was one of those shows. It's your typical Japanese anime type stuff with all your tropes and your things and your what have yous. And yeah, it's all character data, character sheets. Okay. And they're free sizes. I don't know why the guy gets like, I don't know, irrelevant kind of, I don't know what the kanji is. It's like probably like not relevant. No data. Same with the minor, I guess. I think she's a minor. She's like the mascot character of the show. Well, not the mascot character, like the captain or some sort of person here. But yeah, you got a nice hard poster data sheet thing with this. That's different. So you have one small. This is basically the same instructions for every single one of them. And you do have to paint these because they do not, this is not well painted at all. I mean, like, this is like old school, very, very old school. Probably not the, yeah, see, it's like everything is like times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3. Everything is like times 3, so you can basically easily, you're gonna have to watch out for what colors you're using here. So, they are identical, I think. What the hell? They are? Are they? What the? Oh, they are completely identical, I guess. Yeah, they're completely identical. I guess minus some like minor details here. There's like times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3, and then there's like a little like 3 separate sheets, I guess, for like different small details like the head and all that. I see. Yeah, it's a very old kit. I mean, it's from it says from 2008, but it was probably reprinted from an earlier version, or maybe it was just delayed and never really printed, never really released. I mean, yeah, it's like 10 years. It would be weird, like 10 years after the show came out. It's probably just like a anniversary type reprint here. I should do sometimes, like if you missed it the first time around, you have to wait about 10 years, 10, 20, 25, 40 years before you can get the kit again. Like at a like MSRP type price. Yeah, there's been some revival, kind of. Like there's been some older animes like getting new kits now, like Batlabor, sorry. Batlabor has been getting like more kits, probably thanks to me because I kept like commenting on Bandai's Twitter, like, hey, you need to bring back Patrol Labor, and I guess they did, but like a different company, and yeah. Yeah, there's like lots of old shows getting like model kits being done these days. Is it? I think it's like Black Serena. Could be a kit from Black Serena as well. I think. I know like how what the Motorola kits look like. I actually need to take a look. If it's also the same types as these, maybe I'll go take a look and maybe I'll get it. Oh, they have like a set of very shiny sticker. It's all 3 of them, so probably makes more sense to paint this, and it does too. Well, maybe you can. I might, yeah, maybe I'll try using the stickers on these. These are fairly simple construction, so should be quick. Well, at least I'll hope it'll quick. It'll be quick. So you have your, okay, so each of them have their own polycaps, but this is going to be, oh, the hands are polycaps. This is different. It's very different. Alright, so we should like hold up now. Yeah, I'll figure it out somehow. Let's look at the instructions just again. This is in Japanese. It's going to be a bit complicated to figure these all out, because they probably say which color goes with which one, so. And of course I can't read Japanese. So A times 3, so let's find runner A. Runner, this is not A, is it? Which letter are you? Yeah. So I was just wanting to get, sorry, I forgot to mention, but yeah, Kid Robot, you're right. Yeah, it probably has. Yeah, there's been revivals of many old shows, including this one. Yeah, it was kind of, it was not unfun. I mean, it was, I kind of remember it fondly, like this show. Where does the letters are on this thing? 148, blah blah. Oh, this is on a B. There you go. B. This is A then. This is A. So I'm just sorting them together here. So probably what I'll do is I'll just nip through those like A and B and just make giant piles. So it's probably gonna take a few minutes. But yeah, hopefully I'll go through these quite quickly. And then the only things that are different really are those runners. Well, not exactly. These are somewhat identical. Got it. These are identical. The only different ones are these ones, which are, I guess, the head. Yeah, they can overlap though. The head and I guess the weapons kind of. Okay, this is going like ancient tech here. This is like early, well, not that early, but still like very old. Yeah, see how it overlaps? You have like the 3 heads and you overlap them and they kind of make a thing here. You basically like added this extra bit here for the heads. That's the only difference really. Otherwise they're identical. So yeah, very old construction method. Basically you can kind of see the milling patterns on that were used to make the steel molds, or well, the metal molds. Basically they milled it on the back there. It's very rough, or probably was done by hand. I don't know, do they even, I don't know, maybe they like Bandai store those in a warehouse somewhere on a safe, so like if they need to reprint, just like whip out the old molds, just figure out how to like get those molded. I don't know, like maybe they added details to it. Maybe they added more details to like the surface compared to how it was before. But this is very old. I expect there's gonna be some fit issues. There's gonna be some fit issues in there when I'm trying to build those. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take the tools here. I'm gonna probably start nipping those. I have our polycaps. I'm gonna do a pile of A and B. There's not a lot of parts, so it should go quite quickly. and I'm gonna avoid filing too much. So that way we're not wasting time. What the hell? Oh, that's weird. It's a weird thing here. Above the foot or what? I don't know. I'm gonna assume it is. It's a weird sprue, at least. Odd. Yeah, so there's expect some weirdness. Yeah, expect to like the parts won't fit exactly. That was the case in the older SG kits here. Oh yeah, there's this and like the Captain Raynor stuff. What was it? Responsible Captain Raynor, I think it was called. Not Raynor. Taylor. Raynor is the guy from StarCraft. He's also really responsible. There's like shows like that, they're quite old, they're just like there in that era of shows where, well, it was possible to do stuff like that. And animation was mostly done by hand, so you would get like, well, people would have be passionate about the stuff they were doing. It wasn't just work. Well, there was suffering involved, I guess. Those are all in weird positions, though. Quite a bit of them are in kind of weird positions. Okay. Yeah. It does have like a plastic toy, like a Happy Meal toy kind of feeling to it. Because it's like so simplistic in its design. This is not like modern day HG. There was like an episode in the show itself where they had like one of the crew members doing a diorama using model kits of the battle frames, I think they call the Aestivalis. And yeah, so I'm guessing that's when I was like, oh yeah, I built one of those. I actually had like somehow got my hand on the kit for it before I even watched the show. Or maybe I watched the show because I happened to get a kit for that show. Like the main, well, the protagonist, not main character, I guess. The protagonist actually piloted a pink robot, battle frame. So I don't know if that's considered progressive for the time, because or not. He was a guy, but still. I think he was like mistakenly on board, as you do for these things. Wasn't supposed to be on the ship. Actually, the ship wasn't supposed to be even launched. It was just a prototype, and somehow I forget, there's probably some kind of war involved or some kind of aliens and whatnot. But that's not really important. It's just mild shenanigans in space. Very mild. those are in weird positions. I'm gonna have to come back and re-nip those. Can't really reach them with those nippers. This is gonna be file A. Basically building 3 kits today. 3 small kits, but hopefully it's just gonna be a bit repetitive, but yeah. I mean, I don't know what's in the box until I open them. I can tell, well, I can see what's on the box, but I could guess it was gonna be somewhat similar, but not this identical. I figured there'd be like some different additional differences between them, but apparently not. It's all the same. Ah well, not all of them are gonna be successes. Oh, these nippers? Oh, hold on. Yeah, these are retools. The like a cheap copy. Well, they are like an official brand. They're not like a knockoff trying to be a knockoff. But they are copies of the God Hand. It's almost identical to God Hand nippers, and they are cheap. Well, that's the main reason. But they still cut very well. And maintenance, I mean, you probably shouldn't. The only thing you can do is like not let them hit anything metal, not let the blade hit anything metal. At least with these kinds of nippers, just like keep them only used for plastic. And when you're putting them down, don't put them somewhere where you can actually drop something hard on it or like hit the blade on something else. That's the only thing really. I mean, I guess other than that, you can like maybe, I mean, there's adjustments you have to do. One adjustment I did was, I need to adjust it again. I don't know why it keeps like migrating a bit, but you should basically adjust the like screw there, so that there's a like very like the blades do not actually contact. They don't actually touch. And yeah, so that when you're nipping, you're not actually hitting the blade. There's like a sharp edge, and a blunt edge, which are called the anvil. So you don't want the sharp edge to hit the anvil when you're nipping things. It's like stops just before like slightest amount, a slither, less than a hair's breadth. It's like maintenance, I guess you have to do. Like every now and then check if it's still the same. Because I don't know if like this thing's like moving or not or something, but it feels like every now and then I check it and it feels like the gap is getting smaller. Or not. Yeah, maybe I need to check that again, because I feel like this thing is like the gap is getting small. I need to like adjust the screws so it's like not touching, like out of factory, like even the God Hand, the blade actually touches the anvil. I guess if you want them to last much longer, you should try not to do that, because you can actually like hit it too hard and actually blunt the blade. Oops. Yeah. Other than that, like you might oil the hinge once in a while if you're feeling fancy. But you don't have to. Technically, you don't really have to do any maintenance on it. Just like avoid letting it being hitting hard surfaces. And I managed to drop the part. No. Fortunately, there's no small parts in this thing. Everything's kind of large and big, and you're not gonna lose track of them. Although, yeah, some of these parts here kind of, the screws are in weird positions. But yeah, we'll clean them as we go, I guess. Probably won't need any filing. Said don't hit it on anything, and it just did. You look good. You look fine. Nothing to worry about. Just make sure you don't like press too hard when you're nipping these up. You definitely do not want to damage those. Oh yeah, giant feet. Which was a mark of those? I don't know if it was like a conscious design decision or not. Like the mechas at the time, lots of them had giant feet. Even got the old like Xeon designs and what have you. I guess that's why the RX-78 was revolutionary, because it has like smaller feet. They all have the same weapons. Well, I thought they would have different weapons. One of them had like a bigger sword, I thought, or like some kind of different weapon. No, the main difference between this and the God Hand is completely silent when it snips stuff. This one has a click. But yeah, it probably will get dull after a while. It's not gonna last forever. Large things here. Yeah, and also avoid cutting things. Well, again, it's the same deal with like not letting it hit anything hard that is not plastic. Like being careful how you cut things. It's like the blade itself can be brittle, so you should avoid cutting at a weird angle or twisting while you're cutting and moving it around. Those will definitely cause issues. I could basically do like most of like the. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be doing this for a while now, just like for the next 10 minutes, just nipping things. So if you wanna, actually, I don't think this is gonna be a very popular stream unless there's like some Nadesico fan out there just itching to see this Aestivalis thing built 3 times in a row. It's probably going to be a very boring episode. But yeah, this is like a box that I saw when I was looking around for things to build today. I was like, hey, why not? Hold up. But yeah, why not is a lot of the reasons why we're here. Well, everything could be explained with like, why not? Let's keep going. It's still both buttery smooth, the weight cuts. I mean, it's smoother than the nippers I had before, which were Zuron nippers. But those have served me. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, if I compare like the quality of the stuff I did before, like there's like huge nubs and everything, which is weird. I didn't notice those before. But yeah, these cut way closer and way better. No, if you pay attention, really. If you're just cutting randomly, you might not have as good results. It's always nice when you're cutting and like the part just stays on the runner, as it's like as if it's one of those it didn't realize it had been cut situation, as you see in anime sometimes. The swordsman was so skillful that the target didn't realize they had already been cut, so they're still on the runner, haven't moved. You have to like poke it to make it come off. And that was B. Big pile of things here. I'm probably gonna keep poking around quite a bit to find the parts here. And let's do C as well. It's a bit annoying they didn't like update. Like they just did a reprint. They didn't actually update anything, I feel. Or very little. I mean, these kits had some issues. Yeah, there was like some fit issues, like parts didn't line up quite well. You had to sand them a lot. Some of them you had to glue because they wouldn't hold. At least, well, I'm saying all this is just based on that one kit that I built before. And generally, the design isn't that impressive. It's kind of mid, as the kids would say. Doesn't mean it down. I'm not sure. I feel like maybe that there's like some better panel line details than I remember. And again, like the kit that I built was like from very, very long ago, and it might have been normal for the time. Good thing I'm not colorblind. Red blue, is it? Or is it red green? I mean, you can still probably tell the difference between the tones of colors. It's like how, funnily enough, well, apparently in the old black and white movies, lipstick is actually green and not red, because red lipstick would show up as black in black and white, all very dark on film and black and white, so they had to use green lipsticks on set for black and white stuff, which is a bit weird, because somehow I remember like there was like color photos of the set of the original Doctor Who, which was in black and white, the first few series, the original series, with that old guy who had like some issues. The grumpy Doctor, the original Doctor. And yeah, there was like, because some of these episodes have been lost to time, basically. They are just gone, no longer available. And it was like a restoration effort. And some episodes were like basically just screenshots, I guess. Still images, like pictures taken on set. And they had regular lipstick. And it wasn't black and white. And weird. Unless I guess they just colorized those pictures after the fact. Or maybe that thing about the green lipsticks is a lie. Who can knows? It's the internet. Morning, Stephen. We're doing something boring today. I don't know if you want to stay or not. This is going to be 3 times 3 kits in one. And they are very old, vintage style kits. And yeah, if anybody wants to subscribe, I will not stop you. In fact, I encourage you to subscribe, but yeah, we do things like these sometimes, so. Not everybody's cup of tea. This is from Martian Successor, Nadesico, which is a very old show from the 1990s. A good 30 something years ago. There we go. Gonna have to clean those a little bit as I go, but for the most part. Oh wait, actually, still have another pile here. Well, let's do this. I mean, there's all like these runners are all almost identical. I was hoping for a bit more variety, but this is like a very ancient kit, and back in those days, this passed as like average quality, I guess. Something like that wouldn't fly these days, or maybe it does. Sometimes stuff happens you don't know of. Like, there's probably like kits out there being made with like, oh, there is some weapon different. No, it is all the same weapons. Never mind. Just hoping for a bit more variety in these things, but can't have everything. Once I get done with the snipping, it's probably gonna go much faster, unless I have a confusing time building these. There's a chance the instructions are weird too. Yeah, I did build one of those before, like a pink, like the protagonist kit, long time ago. Well, not that long time ago, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, I guess, at this point. May have done a video about it, I can't remember. But yeah, it's like, it was kind of a pain to build. That's one of the main reasons I got. Maybe I can't remember if I saw the thing first or I got the kit first and then remembered, oh, this exists, let me watch it. Might have been the reverse, but yeah, there was definitely an episode in there where they basically showed the HG kits that were being sold, like with tie-ins to the show, and they used it to make like a diorama. It was one of those fill-like episodes that these old shows tend to have. So I take a break from the main plot, if there was a plot even. For some shenanigans. The only difference really is the head unit, the headpiece, cover, what have you. That's the only things that's really different between these three different, there's three battle suits. I mean, it makes sense. They're gonna have like completely. This is like a warship of some sort. You're not gonna have like completely different units for each of your pilots. That would be ridiculous. Okay, so this is 2, and the last one. Just putting piles of things everywhere. So basically, I'm gonna have to do like 6 of each arms and legs, 3 of each every time. Maybe repetition will make it go faster. And finally, dangling over there. There we go. So these are the piles of just plastic. Alright, so that's the nipping done. On entirely, there's still a bit of nipping left over. Okay, let's move the place. A bit of nipping left over because there's some parts that are whatever. Okay, starts here actually. Alright, let's get a bit closer. That should be good enough. So, this is A pile 13, 15, and pile cap B. Okay, how many of these do I do? These are legs or what? 1, 2, 6, 8, 8. Okay, so I guess this is 1, 6, 8, and 9. Do it 3 times. And I guess the only difference is 7, which is the heads. Those are the steps you need to repeat for them 3, I guess. Okay, let's see. A13. So these. I don't know how many of them there are. Just fishing around for all the pieces I can find. So quite a lot. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I need one more. It's always the last one, which is kind of hard to find. Come on. Okay. There's still a few odd things left over on here. And this is probably not absolutely necessary because these probably fit no matter what. So B, how many of these? 2 of each? Yes. Yeah, there's 2. So I guess these are the arms. He could have just actually doesn't really matter. I guess he could just do these 2. So we need 6 of B, paw cap B. So which is all of 1 here and 1 extra there. Okay, you can still twist those off, but some of them I don't want to let go. Alright, so we just assemble these. It should only go one way. No need to trim anything. Yeah, it's like, it's very poorly fitting things. Like you can, like the flashing, like you will need lots of like polishing. You need to glue it together, polish it quite a bit. Probably use like putty to close up all the gaps. lots of effort. Like Bandai didn't really have like a very good quality control back then, I guess. For these kits, see how it's like completely mismatched. It's a bit mismatched, very mismatched. So you will have to like align them somehow. It's like the lining isn't very good, so it's like still it's kind of moving, rotating a bit. So we'd have to like adjust it, glue it in place, sand down any like weirdness, and I mean it requires lots of effort, lots of like care. Definitely not something you would see in your HG kits. We haven't seen like any kit, like really like kits after like, well, anything really in the last 30 years, well, 20 years, I guess, you wouldn't see stuff like that. So these are actually not, these are, they're not symmetric. Oh, this one's kind of tight. The hell? Randomly creaked here. And the thing is misaligned. There we go. Yeah. The fit quality varies. Are they not? I mean, they're kind of symmetrical. Just, I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as it sort of looks like the way it's supposed to. It goes where it's supposed to go. Some of these don't quite line up. Okay, that's the wrong part entirely. Stab it and twist it. Wait, still the wrong part. No, that's the right one. No, this is the wrong part. There we go. They do say repetition makes the heart grow fonder or something. Or maybe I'm getting it wrong. Can't say that's true. I'm still on step 1. 1 and 2 essentially. Alright, so we built this here. These are the arms, I guess. Oh, this is parts of the arms. Okay, so you seem to have like a, not sure if this is probably, yeah, this is flashing. And because, is it repeated on, well, it's repeated on these 2. Oh, 3. So basically you have the same defect repeated 3 times because they're probably a defect in the original mold. And it was just replicated on these 3 pieces. That's how we know these 3 go here and these 3 go there. They have interesting things like this. Trivia. Let me just sharpen this a little bit while I'm doing nothing. This is versatile. You can both use it for both like cleaning plastic parts and sharpening your tools if you need to. Okay. A, B, C. C. So these are different colors, but they are still the same. I guess we could mix and match if you're feeling fancy. You could say like, oh, it's a red and blue. It might look interesting to have different colors. Probably shouldn't do that right now though. But if you're feeling bored, you can definitely do that. So, ball cap A. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, so twist this off. Twist this off. Wait, 1995. There you go. Now, I probably won't buy the RX-78 version 2.0. Mostly because it no longer has, like, I've been, like, a bit disappointed by Real Grade. Not because, like, of the same issues people have been saying. Sorry if I didn't see your comment there. How long have I been doing this? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see your comment there, Steve. Steven, so yeah, I probably won't buy, not immediately. I mean, I still buy a few RG kits here and there, but not. I have most of them. Not all of them, most of them. There are some of the newer ones. The reason I don't buy them is mostly because the hands are no longer articulated. It's all like just fixed hands these days, and like the inner frame is like less advanced as the various kits come out. As they come out, they like get less and less. They get more and more like simplified. I mean, there's still like interesting bits, but it's like they definitely are listening to the people like buying those and building those, and most of them say like it's too complicated for them. For me, it's not. I mean, for me, it's like it's the right amount of complicated. I wouldn't mind if it was a bit more complicated. No, I don't know. I mean, like I haven't like might buy it, but I'm not sure yet. I don't know yet if I'm going to buy the that. I know it's going to come out at some point, but not sure if I'm gonna get it or not. I'll have to like wait and see. But yeah, I mean, the reason I basically know I don't buy like the trying to like if it's I need to like see if the kit is like is it interesting enough. If it's not interesting enough, like it's not really worth. Because I have like hundreds of kits I haven't built, so I don't want to like be buying kits that I'm not going to be interested in. I already have a lot of those. I see them sometimes. Like, should I build this today? I mean, I not really feel like it. Okay, yeah. Definitely lots of panel gaps, like line gaps and stuff. This is like very old construction. I wouldn't. Yeah, this is like a simple kit, yeah, but it's like it has historical value. This is like a museum piece, if you like. I think this still didn't exist before. So you can put like stickers in here. You're probably better off putting stickers rather than trying to paint these. At least to some extent. But yeah. I guess you can't do that right now though. You definitely have to clean up these parts, glue them together, fix all these weird issues, and then you can do this. But yeah, I mean, to answer your question, MGK to outside, play with it. It's too big, too easy to swallow. Smart skill. RG kits are kind of difficult too. I mean, like they like pieces tend to fall off RG kits quite a lot. Like if you're not careful. Like lots of people say that. I mean, I haven't lost any parts. I mean, actually, I kind of have. Well, I more like broke off a piece of an RG kit I had, but yeah, it can It can break, it can get lost. They are very, very small parts. You just have, you basically have to glue, you have to use plastic cement and other things to kind of just make all the parts like hold in place where they need to be. Of course, don't glue up articulations, but basically there are some panels and whatnot that need to be, that should fit together. Yeah, it depends on the, yeah, but that's the thing, they've been simplifying the RG kits to be able to like be more robust. Not RG, yeah, RG kits, because people see that scale and think, oh, it has to behave like an HG kit, but it really is just like a perfect grade kit but scaled down. It's somewhat better than, it's more high detail than some master grade kits. Like the early RG kits had like more details. It was scaled down, yes, much smaller, but still lots of details. So, yeah, it kind of depends on. I mean, I'll have to look at it a bit, just like look at the screenshots and kind of figure it out. The only thing I don't like about newer RG kits, the older ones were still had like the articulated hands, but newer ones do not have the hands with like the articulated fingers. That was like a something that I kind of liked about those things. C24, 27, 20. Okay, ABC. So these would be what these ones. Hold up. They don't look at all like this. What the hell? That doesn't look like what is in the picture, does it? Maybe it does. Alright. Those are the shoulders? Look a bit different. Hold up. It's supposed to be these A, B, C, D. These look like these. Not at all. Like. Hold up. What runner are those? Oh, they're both C. This is C1 and C2. I see, so yeah, that's why. It's not A, B, C, D, it's A, B, C1, and C2. So that's what it just says C11. Alright. But yeah, it's not like I don't like RG kits. I prefer RG kits. Just some of the newer ones, they seem to be making them less complex, less interesting to build, I guess, from my perspective. They shouldn't just listen to whatever. Like some people would complain that RG is too complicated for them, so that's why they're just. Oh wait, hold on, this is wrong. They're just simplifying them all the time. Oh, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. So we need a power cap in this thing? Nope, we don't. And these are somewhat. Let's sort them. So 1, 2. Okay, 3, 4. I'm basically just like lining them up because there's so many of them. Trying to match somewhat the parts that are gonna be together. Alright, so you free. The ones with a defect here. Let's go, you're gonna be this side. And you there are gonna be that side. Alright, so you go like this. And you go like that. Not even going to be cleaning the in-betweens here because and no, it actually points this way. Yep, got that one wrong. Just pop this out, twist, twist, stab it, and twist it. Alright, so points outwards, the little hole there. They say some kits are better than the others, but in what way? It's just because it's simpler, it's more robust. It's like the parts fit together like more tight and they don't come off as easily. Or is it just that it's like less complicated? It's gonna fit a bit all over the place, but I thought I sorted them out, but like it's all a bit. Alright, well, whatever. So I get all the arms, shoulder actually, and it's very simplistic. So you just pick. You can kind of mix and match. So you could like something like this if you felt like it, but let's just make lumps of orange of lumps of different colors there. The hell? Oh, yeah. The forearm doesn't rotate. It just goes up and down. So it has a very limited range. This is not high-end, high specs. What do we call it? This is just ancient technology. It's not to say like some of the older stuff that Bandai did wasn't awesome. There was like some. I need to get some of those, like the old. What's it called? Hold up. Evangelion. There was some high-grade Evangelion kits. Apparently had some interesting constructions. Like it was supposedly like a rubber suit over some in a frame, which would be interesting to see. It might be a bit disappointing probably if I actually built one, so but I still want to try to get one of those. They are very, very old though. Evangelion is also a show from the 90s. We'll forget that. There's lots of shows from the 90s still are getting like sometimes like not very fair. It's like, why does this show get all the attention while some other really good shows just like nobody hears about them again? Just disappear. Doesn't can get arms. Short, stumpy arms. The hands and the thing here. I can't remember if those things transform or not, like in the show. I think they might transform. Hold up. Did I get the... Oh, there we go. It doesn't really matter. You can just spin the arm around and make it go the right way. So that's with the arms, and now we do the legs. Ball cap E, it says. Okay, ball cap E. Polycap E, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. I don't think it's even available for pre-order right now. Is it like the real grade kit that you're talking about? It's probably not going to be available for a little while. So this one still has a thing attached, and so many identical parts. So it says, I can't believe this thing is. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Wait up. Oh, there we are. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Alright. So then, goes in here. That's it. And a big stick. Let's put these in there first. We're doing chain assembly here. And just press, and just put these together. The various legs here, upper legs. And now we take ball cap B, some more. How many have left? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Twist those off. And then, oh, there's a bunch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need 6 actually. Alright, that is B. So now, B, polycap F. There's more of these. Let's twist them off. But yeah, this is actually, definitely a kit from 1995. Because the polycaps are from 1995. I just got a reprint in 2008. For some anniversary. So it probably came out in 1998. Sorry, the polycaps were 1995, but they're probably like standard polycaps we use in different kits. The kit is probably from 1998 or 1997. Basically, like during the run of the show, they did some model kits for it. I don't know if that was like, probably was new back then. Most cases, I guess they built, they made the show and then afterwards figured out how to design the kits for it. But it could be like that was the first, one of the first shows where they actually, I'm making this up, but I feel like one of the first shows where they actually would did like ahead of time decided the design of things to make it easier for it to be designed, for the model kits to be designed easily. Yeah, I'm just making it up, but that's like based on how simplistic the things are, it kind of makes sense. Like I was talking about Kyokai Senki, like the Warriors at the Boundary recently. So basically, that's also like the designs are very simplistic, so it feels like, yeah, they definitely did that on purpose, just so they could like make the model kits easier. It was common in the 90s in the US, but not so much. Well, maybe it was in Japan, I don't know. Like, it definitely feels like, because there wasn't, like I said, there was an episode in the show where they actually show the model kits. There was there was the end of the show. There's probably like some like advertising for them to sell those kits that they were making on the show. So people were like, oh, you can make dioramas with them, and this is how you like do battle damage on the like one of them, like the guy used a soldering iron to do like blaster shots, holes, what have you. Oh, I really, yeah, I needed 6 of these. So it was interesting. Definitely feel like there was some merchandise tie-in. But yeah, these are fairly simplistic. And they have like a, not really, it's more like a cultural preservation kind of. The hell, completely wrong. Wrong. Completely wrong hole for this power cap here. Let's do that again. Yep, it's here. What was I even thinking? But yeah, anyway, what was I talking about? So yeah, these have a like cultural preservation value more than anything. And the kit was reissued. It's probably still available for like buying if anybody's interested. Wait, is this even right? Yeah, this is correct. Yeah, you can probably still get those, especially. But like I said, like I think Kid Robot mentioned, yes, there are some companies like going back and just for the nostalgia, they are remaking some of these old shows. I need to look. Are they doing the only the Black Serena, which is like a like that's from the movie. It's like they're actually doing a plot kind of thing. It was like years after the I think the main show ended, and I think there was like there may have been some other stuff in between. You know, movies, not movies, like probably some manga or some maybe video game or something. and they basically tried to conclude the story. I think basically the protagonist had gone evil or something. I didn't watch it again. I mean, it's like it's oh, hold up, this got rotated the wrong way. There you go. Now all of them got rotated, I feel. Okay, yep. Alright. This is all symmetrical though. It's not too. Let's just put those in there. So let's see. Oh, not. We'll put those together in a minute. So then we do the feet, which are just brain dead simple. They are symmetrical. They do not require a lot of thinking to assemble. Interestingly enough, they're not flat. They kind of like have a rounded feel to them, which is kind of weird. Oh yeah, they had like tread tracks. I remember this. Like the battle frames would. That's how they get around essentially. Am I missing one or two? Probably. Oh, there it is. But yeah, very basic details on these things. Hold up. How does this? Am I missing one? Oh yes. Okay. Am I still missing? Hold up. No, 6. I got 6 of them. So goes here. Follows. I'm trying to look at the where it's like joined here. So alright, 6 feet, 6 things, 6 whatever's over there. And then there's those weird bits there. Let's put this side. So they go like so, I guess. I'll just put these together and then we can decide. Alright, so this goes here, goes like this. With this way, goes that way. Yeah, there's like lots of, it's kind of ill-fitting. And what happens when you don't clean up the parts? They tend to not fit very well. And then 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. There we go. 6 weird looking legs. Really weird looking legs. It's kind of loose. Oh, it's not fitting it right. Alright. Some of these are not fitting right. It means they did not connect properly. Alright. Okay. They got 6 legs. more or less. Well, minus this thing. So we need, let's do red. So goes like so, or actually goes like so. It's supposed to like get like, I actually have no idea why this is for. It's like some weird design when you think about it. Maybe there's some reason for it. I may have to watch the anime. And right. Okay, what the hell? Is it supposed to do that? Cause like, I don't know if this is missing a part. It seems like both of them have. Do I have a problem with this one? So it shows in the picture that both of these have like, they have like little pegs in the middle, but one of them, yeah, it's missing. Weird. Let's see. So 1, 2, and what is the third one? 1, 2. Oh wait, it's 2, 4 for each leg. So yeah, basically you have like, you have the peg on one side, but you have no peg on the other side, which is weird because in the picture, in the diagram, it shows like there's pegs on both sides, so it's gonna fit in this hole and not come out, so which is problematic to say the least. It's not gonna fit very well. Like you can put those on the outside here, but then on there it has a weird design here. So I don't know if unless you like glue it together. It's like it moves forward very little. I don't know if it's supposed to like, well, it moves. I think it's part of the actual design of the thing. Has some transformation variable. What's it? There's a purpose to this. Probably. I mean, you could just glue it here so it's like permanently affixed, but there's like two forms. I mean, it says like 0G battle unit, so which means that this is actually for the actual. I mean, I guess these transformation things are for being able to pilot into it, because I think the non-zero G one. Nope, they all have those things. Never mind. They all have those weird knee things. Weird designs. Probably not the most aesthetically pleasing one. And yeah. Got all the legs here. Got all the arms. Now we do the body, I guess. So we get this. What else? PC. These two halves. Hold up. Yep, these halves. Ah, yes. There's like for some reason there's like a little I don't know how to call it. It's like a little Hold up here. Is this the part? That is not the part. There's like a little like escape pod for the pilot, which is like a weird. I mean, it's like a thing that detaches from the main body, and it's a weird little feature that these things have. Let's see, where else am I? This one, then this one. So I need one more. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got all of them. Okay, we also need PC, polycap C, polycap C, polycap C. So we need 9 polycap Cs, I guess. This is 4, 8, and 9. Alright, so let's start with this thing. And this thing goes where though? Goes like this. Nope, goes like this. Okay, goes like this. And actually, in the middle here, there's a polycap pointing downward. Get the hole there. Let's see. So we join these first. Does it go all the way in? Should line these up a bit. Sometimes the polycaps don't quite line up. Wait a minute, why do you even do this? Why even do this? Yeah, it definitely needs like it's a bit odd. It's a bit weird. Oh, I'm saying so. Alright, so do this again. Nope, like this. Press this in, and then do that one. Okay, let's fit a bit better. Same deal here. And like so. Goes in there. And it goes in there. Yeah, definitely need lots of cleaning for this thing. There's no, well, the problem is like there's no way this thing's gonna, even if I clean it properly, there's no way it's not gonna fit nicely. This is not, I keep saying this, but it's not like this is not modern day HG. This is a very, very old school HG, so you can expect parts to not fit very well, no matter what you do. There's some weird stuff here. I cannot reach this. I probably need this. Gonna have to shave this off. Hopefully without breaking anything. some weirdly thin pieces in there. But yeah, these things belong in a museum. So it's a guy with a bullwhip and a hat. They probably had more value in the box. Yeah, could probably have. Oh. No, shouldn't do that. You shouldn't resell your kits. You shouldn't buy kits with the intention of reselling them without just like hoarding them and reselling them later when they become rare. Gods of Gunpla will not be amused. This one's not fitting completely. Well, I guess I can do that later. Basically, you have to like. There's some of these sprues are. Well, they don't fit. Like they might need to like trim it a little bit here and here to make it like kind of behave a bit. Or maybe the. There you go. See, like this much less of a gap than this one. Like the construction wasn't perfect, I guess. Twist, 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 twist. And it's in there tight. Nope, even this got stuck. Now what? Now what do we do? How are you? Hopefully I don't break anything. Wonder if it's still metric. Yep, I broke something. Something broke. Well then. How unfortunate. Well, we're doing this live, so stuff like that will happen. So, what do we do now? The thing is broken. Wow, we'll just push forward. Alright, so try to fix it a little bit. Just follow this down. I guess I'm gonna have to clean up this part a little bit at least. Because I'm gonna have to glue these together. There's no two ways about it. Alright, so press this one and this one together. Doesn't go in all the way. Probably a bit too long here. And a bit too tight over there. Alright, so then we're going to try as much as we can. Alright, so you need glue for this. Well, plastic cement. Doesn't say on the box on the bottle to shake well, but you might as well. So just slice off the nubs. That might be. There's more of these, but anywho, so just try to put a dot in there. Just press it together hard as much as you can. Just keep it there for a minute. Not a minute, but just like long enough for this to like properly bind. and kind of melt together. This is now permanently fixed to this. There's no way about it. Does mean that alright, so that's that. So we need to be careful with these parts. They are kind of thin and fragile, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, they're very thin pieces of plastic for whatever reason. And they will, as we've seen, they will break if you try to take them apart again. So, I don't know. Maybe just give it a twist, I guess, everywhere before we do the next ones. I mean, it is supposed to like hold on tightly because, well, I'm not sure. Maybe it is supposed to. But we managed to break a peg. And let's just trim those off a bit, just because I feel some of them are too long and cause issues there. Let's do this. So, rest. There we go. That was kind of slid in a bit easier and connected. This one's going to be a problem. There we go. Well, I mean, it could probably benefit from the same techniques I have been using for other kits, but I'm just gonna skipping all over it. Okay, this one's gonna be a problem. Shouldn't have pushed that in. Try not. Did it break? It did break. It broke a little bit. Yeah, it broke. Yeah, these are a pain. Another one we're gonna have to fix permanently on. Can't get. Alright, so you go in there. These are way too tight. Give this a quick polish there. So once you put them on, you basically can't get them out again. Which is not the best, I guess, especially if you want to try to clean up those parts afterwards. Let it seep in. If you put like a generous amount of plastic cement, it will melt the adjacent parts and kind of close the gap a little bit better. Alright, so I did this. That's all of them, I think. Kind of bad. Alright, so then this. Hopefully I didn't forget anything in between because it's too late now. Alright, so then we get these pieces there, which are, you could kind of mix and match if you felt fancy. You have multiple colors. You could do like a football team kind of colors there. And I need one orange. No, wait, one out of all of them. Yes, yeah, so because these actually go. Let's do it this fit. So. Oh, fine, whatever. Those will do. Yeah, it requires like cleanup anyway. You're gonna have to put some effort into cleaning it up before you put the stickers on. You probably shouldn't put the stickers on raw like this because the surface underneath isn't all that flat. I mean, the stickers are kind of, the way they are used, they're kind of hiding the big gaps and whatnot, but there are some places like this here. See how it doesn't align properly? Oh, you have to kind of twist it a little bit to get it to, oops, and this is fragile. This is gonna break up if you're not careful. To break off, I mean. So yeah, you kind of have to, like, it's not perfectly lined up, this panel line. You're gonna have to twist it a little bit, making sure you don't put pressure on these parts here, because those will break off when you're gluing these together, finishing up the details. Okay, red unit goes here. It has a thing. Oh, it's upside down. Careful you don't break anything. Alright, so like so. And this goes up a little bit, or out. Or does it? No clue what's supposed to be doing here. Okay, so does it go up or down? Up or down? I guess a little bit goes up and down. It's not the most like smooth of transitions there. It's supposed to like move a little bit, I guess. Just a little bit, not a lot. So red, blue, yellow, or orange, depending how you see it. And then you need that little back thing over there, which is this. Oh, that's not it. Could this be it? I wonder. It looks a bit distorted. Maybe. Again, you could like mix and match, but alright, so orange, blue. Now the back panel for these things. Blue, orange. Right. Yeah, you could definitely like mix them up if you felt like it. There's some nubs here that are going to be in the way, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of a clean up there. Just a tiny bit. Smallest amount. Bare minimum. Alright, so also I'm just gonna do this because I don't trust these at all. Now, my trust has been broken. Gut feeling tells me these might. Well, there's no polycaps in between, but just in case. Part preparation is like 70% of the work. And get in there. There we go. It's like a weird shell kind of thing here. Weird. Doesn't quite fit with the rest of it. Like this thing. Let's try getting this here. Or does it not want to go? Oh, I guess it is on purpose that you have that weird. It doesn't actually go in all the way. It kind of has that weird lip thing here. There's a weird little protrusion. Yeah, they all have the same thing here. It doesn't like line up perfectly. It's like has a weird protrusion. So these three things and these go where? Here? No, seriously? Yep, seriously. What? Just. All right. It goes there, weirdly. It's a weird hanging spot. What the hell is this even? Ah, it does kind of line up with that little part there. So yeah, somewhere you can glue it, I suppose. Up. Red goes on red. Blue goes on blue. Something about bones and sinew. I forget the rhyme. Alright, so weird tail thing. And we need... What is this? Where is this even from? So it looks like two parts joined together. 8 and 9. Okay. 8 and 9, so it's those parts. So these, and one more thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You simply join these together. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm realizing that. Definitely like a bunch of these parts, if I try to take them apart again, if I need to like clean them up, the pegs will break. And I will need to glue them together. And it does require a bunch of like this old school kit. If you've like ever watched like there's like a Gunpla Man somewhere, like a video of like a Japanese guy in tights or underwear. Calls himself, I think he calls him Gunpla Man, but he's basically teaching you how to like assemble your parts, and he does mention something about melting the plastic with. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's the locking mechanism, I guess. It locks in place. Yeah. But yeah, it's a weird little gimmicky thing here. But yeah, Gunpla Man teaches you to use large amounts of plastic cement to kind of melt your parts in place. I need to find that video again. It's like, it is an interesting watch. It's like one of the techniques like to melt the plastic using chemicals. Okay, not too awful, but okay. not too bad, not too good either, but just enough. All right, so what we need to do, let's do the escape pod thing. This is the pilot's pod. This is where this is what is used to eject the pilot in case of emergencies, and also that's how you like insert the pilot inside the battle frame. I feel like you can swap them around. Like some point, like I think that was a kind of feature where they basically jump from one to the other because one of them was too damaged, and they just like swap the pilot thing, which is kind of like a toy thing to do. You can like swap parts. So yeah, definitely, probably, they meant to use this as it was marketed as as something for kids to, well, not kids, basically like this was a feature, a toy feature. I mean, these are kind of simple, so I'm guessing I could see like kids building these with a little bit of, or no supervision. It was the 90s. Kids could use knives and machetes and sharp, pointy objects if needed. Nobody's gonna do anything. Yeah, definitely needs lots of like cement, as Gundam men, one Gunpla men say, to melt the parts together, to like hide the gaps. What was an odd piece of advice when you think about it? Am I missing a part? Oh no, it's already on there. And yeah, definitely some of those. It's not the like. It's kind of like big gaps. You can kind of tell huge gaps like here and there. It's like it doesn't fit perfectly. And it will require lots of sanding and cleaning because some of these nubs were in like weird positions. Or on curved surfaces next to like protrusions, making it hard to like trim. Yeah, they don't like the two lines don't perfectly line the panels don't perfectly line up. It's like larger gap here, narrower, larger. It's a bit all over the place. Yeah, it's gonna need some. Make sure this is closed properly. So yeah, this is basically the. See, it's like doesn't even inside there. See where it's like supposed to sit. Like it's not lined up, so you probably have to do a bunch of sanding with some. It's supposed to go in here. It doesn't quite fit. Kind of just like lightly holds in place. You can very easily just pop it out. I don't know though. There might be something else in the back holding it in place. No. So you have a different construction here. I think there were aliens involved. Try to remember. I feel there were like some weird small aliens involved. Let me just Google this real quick because it's a question in my mind. feel like there was like some kind of weird small. There was a bunch of aliens. I don't know if I want to rewatch this show. It's very, very old. It's probably gonna be a hard watch. Like sometimes you feel, I mean, the way you see the world changes. So if you start watching old shows, you realize, oh, that's how people saw the world back then. And it is weird. These are parts of the heads, I guess. We'll need those. And these are the orange head, red, blue. We don't have a lot left, I think. So it comes with this little, there's a little bit of an extra thing you can do. I think if you're like trying to make the oh, those I think might fit somewhere else. Let's see. So if I do this and this, kind of, and this and that. How long have I been at this thing? Two hours. No, divide by 3, I guess. So it's like 40 minutes per thing so far, I guess. I mean, most of the work is just cleaning it up. Not cleaning it up, like nipping the parts. There's little, no cleaning involved. Some breakage. Some stuff broke. I feel some more stuff could break at any time. So, assuming you have this, you can kind of use this here. Looks a bit, shape's a bit weird on this. So, yeah, you do have, I guess you do. I don't think I had that before, like this whole sticker thing for this part. I kind of feel like the kit I built before didn't have all these things. No, no, I feel like it did not. So it's supposed to fit in this way, I guess, and that way. And you kind of make some kind of weird looking vehicle. Oh, maybe that is on purpose. Hold up. No, that's not gonna fit. So remove this here. Hopefully not breaking anything. So if I do this, does it go on the back? Yep, it does. Oh, so that's what holds it in place, I guess. Alright, it kind of holds it in place. I'm assuming. Or not. What the hell? Okay, there's more pieces. Let's go do this then. These are the back pieces. The backpack. Let's do the heads though, because I feel like, again, you could do like half and half. You feel like it. Half different colors head, whatever we could do that, but you have the option. Alright, so let's go on here. Snaps in. Oh wait, am I supposed to put... Yep, I was supposed to put a poly cap in there. Ah, the drama. Stab and twist. Hopefully this time it doesn't break a peg. Because if it does, I'm gonna be sad. Alright, we got it out so far. Let's do orange or yellow. not red, blue, green, it's red, blue, yellow. So this is primary colors, but like paint primary colors. Alright, so I need these as well. So I need this sticker on here. So this polycap C. And we should only have 3 left. Polycap C's. There you go. Polycap C goes in there. And that's it, I think, for polycaps. So you join these together. And snap. You might need to wiggle this a bit to make it fit in there. Or just use these. Just wiggle the polycap a bit because sometimes it will cause it to... Oh, we did this thing here that I forgot to shave off. Oh, it's tight overall, so... Right, then just put these on there. Wiggle them a bit just to get them to fit in place. Again, you can swap out the heads if you felt like it, like different hats. Yeah, it looks a little bit better, right? Have the eyes, of course, because mechas need to have eyes. And does it even fit in here? I don't know if it does. The hell? Oh, it's a weird hat. This one has a visor and a thing. Looks like a hunter's cap. This maybe looks like the more traditional hat. Although it's a bit wider. Yeah, this kind of made seems like you can swap them around if need be. This one is a more of a shell. Well, no, it has those. It has ears. This one has ears. Alright, so then what do you do with those? Now you could actually, you're supposed to assemble them in this step. You can already assemble the various pieces here. These are like long pegs that definitely seem like they could break off easily, so you need to be a bit careful. Just a bit when you're pushing those in. So, same thing with the leg pegs here. Kind of long pegs. Alright. Okay, it's a bit a wonky looking thing. It's a weird, wonky looking mecha. It has those weird giant clown feet. Probably waddles around a bit. Again, most of the travel is done through those treads here that just propulse it. It doesn't do much, does it? Like the knees are kind of weird. The legs are a bit stumpy. Those huge things make it look weirder. Again, be careful with those pegs. Alright. There we go. Finally, the red one. Yeah, it's a bit loose fitting, I guess. It's not great. So we have our various bits and pieces here. Don't know what this is for again. Just put them together and see what happens. Is there any polycaps in between those? I don't think so. Let's see, it looks narrower in person than it does on the picture. The picture makes it look a bit thick. Alright, so this and goes here. Anything else? No polycaps. Are we sure? Yes, we're sure, I guess. That's all the polycaps. I guess these were used like for different things. I wonder if there's some old Gundam kit that I have that probably uses the same kind of polycap, because it's definitely like a head polycap, a neck polycap for a Gundam. Maybe like Eternal Waltz or something. That era that predates. I'm pretty sure, like I think like Gundam Eternal Waltz predates SGUC. I mean, in terms of I feel like it. I don't know. I might be wrong. But they did the constructions. I did like a couple of like, I think the one called Sandrock. It's called. A long time ago. And it did. The vibe of it was kind of. It was kind of. Well, felt like vintage, I guess. So these are, I guess, the thrusters and what have you. Yeah, so I guess this part is basically this thing. Just like if you're escaping with your pod here, you can just these detach, or supposed to detach, and just carry away. Alright, so what else do we do here? Alright, so the instructions say you need to, these are interchangeable, they don't, you just push this down, you lift this up. You're supposed to like push it like out, but really you don't have to. It goes in fine. You don't have to do any of that. It just pops in just as needed. I don't know if it's supposed to go any further, but that's how far this goes. And then you can just put the head on using this little thing. It kind of just bounces up and down a bit, but it's not like a perfectly tight fit. And then you can put these on the back. Although I feel like, well, yeah, I feel like these would be better because these actually would kind of, for example, yeah. So nope, not this one. This one. So this one would like actually like kind of press it. Well, not it wouldn't reach all the way, but it would kind of like press on the back of it. But yeah, that's how basically how it goes. That's how much as it will fit, I suppose. I don't know if like it's supposed to like fit better or something, like lock somehow, click in there. I don't know. It doesn't seem to want to. There's no clear. Oh, maybe here. Nope. No idea. Doesn't seem to like fit all that well. Yeah, it's a bit loose fitting, ill fitting. It's already coming apart. You have to glue it. So pretty much done, I think. Let's put these few pieces together. So goes on here, I guess. These are the propulsion systems, I guess, as mentioned. And then you can pick which head you want. So I already got this one in there. Just slide this one in there. Yeah, it's supposed to make some kind of cool transformation, but it really is not. It's just basic. And this is supposed to go in there. I guess it loses the head once you escape or something, or I don't know. Yeah, it kind of bobs up and down. It's not supposed to, like, I guess they are. They do kind of wobble a little bit. Just a tiny bit. I don't think they're supposed to do that, but they do. So let's see. Alright. I guess the red goes in the middle. Red is traditionally like the leader. Okay, so let me just move this out of the way. And the rest of it is just... Hold up. What do these do? There's 3 of these, so I'm guessing it goes somewhere. Maybe not for this kit. Into these might be for some other kit. These are like 3 extra pieces we got here. Not 6, so it's probably somewhere in the main frame or the oh, it might be for this? No, hold up. No, there's no hole there. There's a hole in the back, no. Yeah, no idea where this goes. No, probably not. It might be for a different kit. It just happened you have that extra piece in there. You should say on there that you shouldn't with an X. Oh, you don't have to use it. Let's see there. It was on A, I think. Or was it B? Oh, I think it was A. 17. 17 not used, I guess. This is something about 17, so I guess it does. It is mentioned, so it's probably not used. Alright, so okay. Other than that, you have weapons. I don't think they're stowed anywhere. They just hold them in their hands. I thought they would like stow them somewhere. They would like put those weapons in some kind of a hole or something. And you have your very simple weapons here, which is just your very standard high grade weapons that's what high grade weapons have been for like decades and decades, which is just very simple lumps of plastic halves just like pressed together, very thin, not all that interesting. So the weapons are replicated. One of them uses this long thing, I forget which one. They have weapons, so well, they all use it. I don't know, I guess. So anyway, that's the whole of it essentially. I'm gonna put the weapons over there. I'm not really gonna use them right now. Alright, so red. They don't stand up very well. The only reason they are standing up at all is because of those giant feet. Alright, here we go. Oh, if I was in frame the whole time, but yeah. So, yeah, your weapons, so this is the red person, has green hair, orange person has orange hair. Well, yellow, I guess. And dark hair one obviously has the blue. The blue haired person has the blue. Why are you green then? I guess there's not much difference between. She could have been pink haired. There's not much difference between like red hair and orange hair. It's kind of hard to distinguish. It had to be bright red, I guess. So there we go. We have 3 Aestivalis. Aestivalis. 3 battle frames. That was it called, I think. Battle frames, unless I'm wrong. It's a battle unit. No, it says, look at this. This is interesting. Battle Flame. Aestivalis. So it's a mistranslation. It's like Japan English. It's English. So it was Battle Frame, but they put instead of an R, they put an L there because yeah. Oh, mysterious invaders from Jupiter. That's the enemy. Yeah. That's the man from Jupiter again. Guy never lets up. There's witches from Mercury, mans from Jupiter. I think there's stuff happening on Mars too. That was like Iron Blood Orphans. There's bits and pieces falling off. Yeah, it's not a very... It has sentimental value, I guess, these kits. There we go. Not a lot of people find this interesting, but it's there, it exists. It's part of the history. Everybody should watch these, this at least once in their life. Be like, oh yeah, that's what it was. That's the things we used to do. Those are the movies, the shows people used to watch. That's how they saw the world. Yeah, it's like bits and pieces you don't really need. Yeah, it's kind of like the resolution, you could call it, of these things kind of low compared to what we have these days, even for like the entry grade. Yeah, there's like entry grade stuff that I probably need to try to get to, like, to build. The entry grade Gundams are apparently very interesting. Maybe get that in my hands with those. That sort of entry grade is probably very easy, but maybe it's not. Well, it might just be like average high grade now. Anywho, there you have it. The 3 Aestivalis from Martian Successor, Nadesico. And this is the 3 units for people whose name I forgot already. Basically the 3 girls in there who are the pilots of these things. They go out and like fight things from Jupiter. And yeah, there's bubbly green-haired girl, bookworm, glasses girl, and quiet dark-haired girl with long hair. Those are the tropes, I guess. Yeah, so as it stands right now, it probably doesn't look very good, but it does require a lot of cleanup, a lot of like gluing and like fixing and sanding, because these are very old constructions, and everything is kind of like mismatching, and doesn't like fit all that well. There's big gaps, small gaps, medium gaps, gaps for all ages and sizes and preferences. Come get your gaps. There's more gaps here, so you probably need to glue this with like some plastic cement just to close that up. Polish it up, like just to get rid of those. There's gonna be like giant like lines. You won't be able to close up all these things. Yeah, it does require a lot of like cleanup before you can even like have a decent work surface to put the stickers on. It does come with a lot of stickers, so maybe that's not too bad. I don't know how well it will behave. I've been getting some success with stickers though. These are very old. There's going to be stickers, and then you'll definitely have to paint some parts just to give it a polish, or maybe paint it first wherever you need to paint it, finish it, clean it up, and then you can consider adding stickers. Because it doesn't look all the same. Like the proportions aren't quite the same. It's like narrower in person. It looks like wider and like thicker and fuller, but like in person it's a bit narrow. This is like a bit too narrow for my taste. Like the legs are longer, probably should be stumpier. There's some mechanics in there, probably they haven't replicated. Yeah, it's like they put the knee here, probably wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to be like this whole thing is like one connected piece, and then the knee is like actually here. I feel it might be like two joints, but yeah, they kind of like they had to like reduce the resolution for the high grade stuff. I guess this is from 1995, so it's like very, very old. I mean, it was reprinted in 2008, but I guess the technology is from 1995. So some people designed this on Windows 3.1 or something, or whatever Windows came before Windows 95. I think it was 3.1, or MS-DOS basically, or by hand. Imagine that they had to use pen and paper and pencils and erasers and things to design those. But yeah, there we go. Martian, Successor, Nadesico, 148 scale, Bandai. You get free kits for the price of one in one giant box. Yeah, it is not. This is, yeah, old school, vintage kits. Not for most people, but they exist. Alright, I'll just leave this here. There's not much else to do. They have different heads. One of them has cat ears, apparently. Let's just have your joint heads. It's all the big sisterhood of something or other. One of them is like flapping over. Like, yeah, they're not very stable on their feet, despite having like giant. They have giant clown feet, but they're not very stable on them and tend to fall easily. Anyway, that's it. Looks a bit weird. Oh well. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want to subscribe, do subscribe. If you don't, do subscribe anyway. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Oh, that's probably maybe a bit of a lot to go. Maybe I'll try to get at least up to 200 subscribers, and then 220, 230. Keep going until we reach the mythical goal of 1,000. Alright, I'll just leave you guys with this, and I'll be signing off. I don't think anybody is watching anyway. Goodbye.